Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over today and seeing what I'm doing in my craft room. Been doing a lot of little things and I'm going to show you what they are and maybe do a little bit of something with you. First of all, I am working on my January 2022 glue book and I'm getting really far in this. I had an extra session where I was able to work through the evening when my husband had some people over. So I got a lot done in here on this one. And I'm to the point where I'm now adding words. And I've got a couple different little word resources. I have a drawer full of words in a rolling cart that I have. It's just drawers and stuff. But I've got this little container. It says for snippets, art journaling, and there's small words that I haven't put together in a cluster yet. But I brought out my extras of my word clusters that I used for one of my mini junk journals or mini glue books from 2021. So yeah, I think it's either November or December. I think it was December actually. So I still had a lot of those and then some of the words that were in here. So I've been pulling and playing with that. So yeah, I've been working on that. And the glue that I use for that is Elmer's Extra Strength Glue Stick. So that's been fun. I made a little accordion book and I brought out my black pens. And I just started drawing lines and things, going different directions, different thicknesses, and just doodling just for fun, you know, just making some marks. And then I'm doing it in small sections. I fold this all up. And so I'm doing it so that I can flow into these other sections. But if I don't want to get overwhelmed, all I got to do is just open up one section and do that. So that's kind of an interesting little thing that I've been doing. You know, I just kind of, I want to give myself a break from this. So I pull out my black pens and I work on this. And this can be ripped up and used in junk journaling, glue booking later. So that's what's kind of fun about this. And I'm noticing some of my black pens are getting kind of dried out. So I want to try to use those up and maybe buy some new ones. See how I am? See what I'm doing? See? Okay, set that aside. Earlier today, I live in Laramie, Wyoming, and it has been beautiful. We've had snow about a week ago at the filming of this video in January. Today, sunny, completely blue skies, and completely gorgeous. Now, it's still in the 20s, but I said I'm going for a walk. There's no way I'm not gonna, dishes can wait, laundry can wait, shower can wait. I'm going for a walk. So I took one of my sketch pads, notebooks, and my watercolor brush pens, and my watercolor reservoir pens. And I brought along my pencils and a few other supplies, okay? So I took myself out to the Laramie River with my book and my supplies and full on winter gear because it was a little cold. Wasn't windy though. It felt like it was closer to 40 degrees. Found a nice spot where I could sit and look at the river. And I went and I painted something. I'm not a paint artist by any means, but this is kind of where I was at. I was kind of sitting in this area right here and looking out over this part of the river that kind of winds down this way. And there was shrubbery on this side and there was a fence back here and again, very blue skies. You know, I didn't spend a lot of time on this. I might have sat for about 40 minutes just playing with color, playing with shapes and lines and shadowing and just trying to give it a little bit of my perspective and just experiment. And, you know, it was a beautiful moment and I really enjoyed it. Me and the Lord just kind of sat there and played in the color and I was just rejoicing in his beauty today. And so that's what I did earlier today. And that was fun. And then there was a little walk that I took after that. So yeah, just by myself, backpack, water, just really enjoyed doing it. So yeah, I don't know if that looks like a river to you, but it was a really lovely experience. And that's part of what we do when we go out on a limb and try to expand our horizons on what we're trying to do artistically. You know, it just feels good and you're experimenting and dabbling and all kinds of stuff. So that was me dabbling right there in some watercolor paints out in nature. Another thing that I did last week, I took an entire day. It was a Wednesday, the whole day from like 10 o'clock till 4. I'm not kidding you guys. I brought out my paints and scrap paper and I painted, and I brought out shaving cream. So let me show you my shaving cream painted paper. I can still smell the shaving cream. It's just, but look at how fun. Look how gorgeous these turned out. And I will do a link of shaving cream painting link below. And I just used some scrap papers. I mean, this was Creative Memory something or other. But this has lines on it and the colors I used. Tracing paper, both sides. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see if I can get a little more light there. Cooperate. There we go. And some of them are lighter than others, but that's okay. It's really a fun process. I have to say, though, completely messy. Completely messy. Not even kind of. I mean, it's good, clean fun if you want to call it that, because of shaving cream. Took a few envelopes too. The marbling on some papers turned out better than others. So this is that Creative Memories page protector. You know, they have an insert. But the marbling on some of these turned out a little better. Here's a wrecked printout that I tried to, you know, make something new out of. So I will probably, just a fun, I don't even doodle page. I think my daughter got a hold of my notebook once upon a time. I will take some of these and my black pens or other paint. I'll do another painting session. And isn't that fun? Do another painting session where I will do some mark making on it, on some of these. Other ones, I love these colors together. And look at how this just flows. It's so fun. You just put shaving cream in. I had like one of those aluminum baking pans. You know, I use those for several different things, you know. But spray the shaving cream, any kind of shaving cream. I got a low smelling one, although I can still smell it. And the different kinds of paints that I used some alcohol inks. I used food coloring. Food coloring works really good. And gloves. I had gloves on the whole time because there was no way I was going to do this without getting paint all over myself. So gloves for that. Food coloring. I tried watercolors, but it didn't quite work as well. And then this is a separator for a thing, but it picked up pretty well. That one's kind of patriotic looking, but I like how the music paper looks. And so I had a blast. And when you put the colors in, you just swirl it around with a popsicle stick or something, some pointy tool or something to that effect, whatever you want. Then when it gets kind of muddy, like some of these colors got a little bit muddy, then you go in with another layer of the shaving cream and more more coloring, whatever color you like. So I think this one's one of my favorites though. I really like how the teals came through, the blues came through, and there's a lot of videos on how you can do this. I like the red, black, and beige on this. That's pretty. Okay, those are the ones from the shaving cream painting session, okay? Yeah. And then I went and brought out my jelly printer too, because I've got the paint out. I've already got a mess. Why not just keep going to town? I tried to do the transfer, the magazine face transfer. It didn't work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I live in a climate that is very dry, so it very well might be because of that. It just didn't, there wasn't enough moisture to pull the paint off of the magazine page, perhaps. I don't know. I did it the way they showed on the videos, so I don't know. I was really hoping this one would have turned out, but anyway, I can use that for something else. But my jelly printer, I haven't pulled that out in a while, and I've wanted to do that. Lots of different paints. These are gelatos on top of that. I did get some metallic ones. You can kind of see how that looks on here. Recently, that was fun for me, a little purchase for fun, and some stamping, some other. This was a game board. We opened up a Catan game, and this was the leftover cardboard piece from all of the little things that you need to play the game. Comb, you know, going through different, you know, it's really subtle here, but you can see that I used some mesh, and I dotted some alcohol inks. Here's a coffee lid. This one's just kind of blah, but this would be a good one to add different color to and maybe do some stenciling on. This one had fun. I had a star kind of sunburst type of texture plate. So I pulled out my texture plates for this too, and had some fun with that. This was a fun colored. I like this as a texture plate. Had some other odds and ends, some rectangles from a paint thing that I opened up. This one was fun. A comb on there. So I just went a little bit nuts on the jelly printing session, and I haven't done that in a long time. I've wanted to do that for a while. So it turned out fun, turned out nice. I like them. Here's that texture plate, that sunburst one. There's another texture plate, and then some leftovers from a Cricut session. Just cut those out. Here's some of the smaller pieces that I did. Got some metallics on there, and just kind of a paint pickup page. This one as well, just, you know, this is packaging. I took a doily and made it silvery blue. And these are pickup pages that are going to be fun to doodle on with my Posca pens. So I will have a good time. Yeah, this was Seen Better Days. This is that address book that I gutted and using for painting and stuff. Okay, so that's what I've been up to. So, yeah, there's my jelly. I have 2 jelly plates. I got an 8.5 by 11, and then or it might be an 8 by 12. 8.5 by 12, I think so. And then a square 4 by 4. So I took some graph paper as well. So that was a good time. I mean, all day. But man, it took me about an hour to clean everything up. It was pretty messy. These are things I've already had. And as you can see, I did some stenciling on these from other printing sessions that I've done. Some more mark making, some more stenciling. So that's what I kind of want to do with some of these other ones that I have. And then I want to use these. I haven't used these. Cool, huh? I want to use them all up. I felt kind of, you know, part of me, closure issues. I feel bad when I make something new and I haven't used up the old stuff yet. So that is my dilemma sometimes. So I'm like this one, and let's take a big one and we'll do some marks on them with pens. Okay, let's take these three. Where am I at? 15 minutes, good. And I have them in this really cool, it's just a manila, folder thingy. And I don't remember who I got this to. Oh, Cat Hand, I think. She made one of these, and she just keeps her paint. These are my painted papers full sheets, and then I have another one that's painted paper scraps. So that's kind of what I do with those. So I have my doodly-doo pens. Got my black pens in here. Let's move that along. So I'm just gonna dump my whole little baggie. I've got my pasta pens as well. I've got just the basic colors. So one of these days I will probably invest in the other colors too. So the wide and the wide and the fine tip, fine-ish tip. These are the fine, these are the wide. And I also have distress crayons and these extra fine point paint markers. Wow. So I'm scaring myself. I'm going to pull out a distress ink here. And let's get you over here a little better. And maybe, whoop, stop the shaking, and I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Let's go this way. So I already have lines going that way. Let's contrast the color here. So these are distressed crayons, and I have Wilted Violet. Is there a name for this set? Set number 4. These all of these sets have a number on them. This is set number 4, and it has these kind of vibrant colors. So Wilted Violet. They have names on them. Squeezed Lemonade's the yellow. Squeezed Lemonade. Okay, so I'm just gonna make some marks here, do some circles, just because I think that adds an easy element to any kind of an art, mixed media art journal page. Taking it easy on the pressure. I don't want to make it too thick. Okay, and then let's see, I'm gonna grab my watercolor brush. Let's see, the thin tip. I think that's the thin tip. Whoops, I have 3 of these. They came in a 3-pack. That's the medium tip. Well, I will probably use all 3 of them at some point. So let's just give it a little bit of moisture to spread it around a bit. And then I think I'll just set that aside to dry and then work on another one. So I've been watching quite a bit of mixed media from several different artists that have inspired me to, just keep trying different things. I love my glue booking, but I have a soft spot for color and mixed media art too. So I want to be able to do lots of different things. I like to dabble in things so that I don't get bored trying things out, just to keep my creativity from getting stagnant. And I know some people just specialize in one kind of thing, which is great, and I love to watch their videos. I like to go on their channels and just, have fun with that. Let's see, I have kind of a bluish, kind of want to add a yellow to that. let's use my fat one. And Posca pens are great for mark making. But I want to make sure that I am not going to squash. You know what though? Let's go ahead and move it around a little bit. I see a lot of these people also making marks with their fingers. Add some color that way. Oh, that's kind of fun. Here, let's pull you around. I got these phone numbers. This is an old address book, and it's just like so many things, people in here. A lot of them have passed away, you know? It's like, wow. I wonder who's at the other end of those phone numbers now, if anything, if anyone, you know, not even in service anymore. Well, that's just kind of fun. Adds another layer of dimension there. And let's see, I mentioned stencils. Let me get one stencil. There's how about something like this or this? Can you see that? Yep. I don't know what to call this. It's like a lattice almost, and then letters. So I'm gonna get a black ink. We'll see how this works. It'd probably be better with a black paint, but let's just see. Maybe it'll just be lighter. And let's go in through here. As you can tell, I love this stencil. I've used it on a lot of different things. And hope this doesn't shake things too much. Okay. Whoa, rattle. Okay, that gives it kind of a ghosty kind of a print. I like it. Let's see. Let's use this one. Let's see what we can do with this, and let's use a different color. I've got some plum. Sweet plum. And I need to change out my, this is a plum. So this is just a jerry-rigged one here, made with an old empty spool. Okay, let's just put a few dots on here, or a few rubs on here. Do the little twist method. And see what ends up happening here on the other side. Oh, that's fun. Is this dry? That's dry. Okay, so stencil there, ink here. Try to clean a little bit as I go. Now, let's see, I want to get some black on here. I've got a black Sharpie. I don't know if that's going to ruin it or not. We'll find out shortly. But I want to kind of give it loose. Here, let's zoom in a little bit here. Give it some loose lines. All right, you. Oh, my Sharpie doesn't like this. Okay, note to self. Sharpies don't like writing on paint. Let me see, what Copic is this? This is a 1 point. And this one's almost out anyway, so I might as well use it. See what I can. That's gonna give me some very rough lines. Oh boy, I think it's not gonna work so great. Well, here, how about this? This is my general sketch and wash. So that's gonna give me those, and I can go through and it'll be almost a shadow. With my water brush pen here. I still would rather have a black line, but maybe I can go through with black paint and a small brush. I have some really fine brushes. That might work. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit of fun for that one. Let's go over here and let's see. This is just like trashed. Going to take my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen and just make some marks. And doing this is just kind of, if you're stuck, your mojo's missing for whatever reason, your artistic mojo, that's something that you can do right without any thinking, and it turns out into something pretty cool that can be used later. Okay, so half of the sheet X's. What else could I do? Oh, I know. I've got stamps are another idea. I've got some mark making stamps. This. And that means I need to get out my, let's pull out my black again. And I need it's my little what's this called? Brain is not functioning at the moment. Whatever this thing is called. Stamp pad thing. So these will be fun to use in other things. Cool. Okay, something easy and usable right there. Yellow. Yellow. I want to do something different here. This would be fun to draw something onto. That back in my place. Or I could do, let's do this. Yeah, I don't like this chunk down here that I made right here. I don't like that, but I can try to fix it with something else. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. It's one of my favorites. I use almost all the time whenever I'm doing junk journaling, or it makes a easy, breaks up the blank solidness of a page. Let's see. I was gonna maybe draw what can use this. Do some scribble drawing, and this is, I don't like that one. Hold on. Let me get a different one. This one. One of these are calligraphy pens, Tombow. And I'm just gonna kind of and just do some leafy looking lines. Do this another line through there. Holding the pen way up high so the control is really loose, and you get a more organic looking kind of a line. And won't that be pretty for a background for some sort of art journal? layout. And then how about just some dots? Okay, you guys, that's about it. I'm having a good time with all of this stuff that I am working on, keeping it varied and keeping my creative juices flowing in lots of different directions. So I hope you guys are having a great day. That's just kind of fun. And doing whatever makes you happy artistically. Whether that's painting or gluing or stenciling or drawing, you know, whatever. Black marker, whatever that is. Where's my love you? So take care, everybody, as always, and stay creative, and God bless. Bye-bye.